Welcome to this tutorial on the Python DateTime module. In this video, you will learn how to work with dates and times in Python. Let's take a look at the DateTime module overview. The core modules include DateTime, which provides both date and time types. There's also the Date module for basic date handling, the Time module for basic time handling, TimeDelta to measure the duration between dates, and time zone information to manage time zones. The key features include creating date and time objects, formatting dates as strings, parsing strings into dates, performing date arithmetic, and handling time zones. Here are some common import patterns for the DateTime module. First, you can import the entire module using the statement, import DateTime. Alternatively, you can import specific classes from the DateTime module such as date, time, DateTime and TimeDelta using the statement, from DateTime import date, time, DateTime, TimeDelta. Lastly, you can import the entire module with an alias such as dt. Import DateTime as dt. Let's discuss how to create date objects. After importing the date class from the DateTime module, you can create a date object representing today's date, using date.today with parenthesis. To create a date object for a specific date, specify the year, month, and day. For example, birthday equals date 2001-15 would create a date object for January 15, 2000. To access individual components of a date object, you can use the year, month, and day attributes. For example, today.year, today.month, and today.day. Next, let's explore how to create time objects. After importing the time class from the DateTime module, you can create a time object by specifying the hour, minute, second, and microsecond. For example, to create a time object representing 1:30 p.m., you would use time 13:30. You can also create a time object representing midnight using time 000. To create a precise time object including microseconds, you can specify the microsecond parameter. For example, time 12:34, 56, 789,012. Here are some time class attributes: hour to get the hour value ranging from 0 to 23, minute for the minute value ranging from 0 to 59, second for the second value ranging from 0 to 59, microsecond for the microsecond value ranging from 0 to 999,999, and time zone information for time zone related data. Let's learn how to create DateTime objects. To get the current date and time, you can use the DateTime.now function after importing the DateTime class from the DateTime module. To create a DateTime object for a specific date and time, you can specify the year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. For example, to create a DateTime object for June 15, 2024 at 14:30, use DateTime 2024, 6/15/14:30. To combine existing date and time objects, you can use the DateTime.combine function. For example, if you have a date object D representing December 31, 2024 and a time object T representing 23/59/59, you can combine them using DateTime.combine T to create a DateTime object representing New Year's Eve at 1 second before midnight. DateTime class methods include now, which returns the current local date and time. Today returns the current local date at midnight. UTC-now returns the current UTC date and time. From timestamp returns the local time from a timestamp, and combine, which combines date and time objects. Here's how to format dates and times using the DateTime module. After getting the current date and time using DateTime.now, you can format it into a string using the strftime method. For example, to format the date as year, month, day, hour, minute, second, use now.strftime %y-%m %d space %h %m %s. To format the date only as month, day, year, use now.strftime %b space %d, %y. To format the time only as hour, minute, am, or pm, use now.strftime %i, %m, space %p. You can also use the ISO format method to get the date and time in ISO format. Let's explore some common format codes. %Y represents the year with 4 digits. For example, 2024. %M represents the month from 01 to 12. For example, 05. %D represents the day from 01 to 31. For example, 15. %H represents the hour from 00 to 23. For example, 14. %M represents the minute from 00 to 59. For example, 30. %S represents the second from 00 to 59. For example, 45. %A represents the weekday name. For example, Monday. %B represents the month name. For example, May. Let's explore how to parse strings into date objects. The DateTime.StripTime method converts strings to DateTime objects using format codes. For example, after importing the DateTime class from the DateTime module, you can parse a date string with a specific format using DateTime.StripTime, passing in the date string and the corresponding format. For example, to parse the date string 2024-06-15-14:30:00, use DateTime.StripTime date string %y-%m %d %h:\m:%s. You can also parse dates in different formats by adjusting the format codes accordingly. For example, to parse the date string June 15, 2024, use DateTime.StripTime date string 2%b %d, %y. Some common date formats include %m/%d/%y representing month, day, year. For example, 05/15/2024. %d-%m-%y representing day, month, year. For example, 15-05-2024. And %b %d, %y representing month, day, year. For example, May 15, 2024. Some common time formats include %h, %m, %s representing hour, minute, second. For example, 14:30:45. %I, %m, %p representing hour, minute, AM or PM. For example, 02:30 PM. And %h, %m representing hour and minute. For example, 14:30. Let's learn how to work with TimeDelta objects. After importing the DateTime and TimeDelta classes from the DateTime module, you can create TimeDelta objects representing durations of time. For example, to create a TimeDelta representing 1 day, use TimeDelta days equals 1. To create a TimeDelta representing 1 week, use TimeDelta weeks equals 1. To create a TimeDelta representing 12 hours, use TimeDelta hours equals 12. You can perform date arithmetic using TimeDelta objects to add or subtract durations from date and DateTime objects. For example, after getting the current date and time using DateTime.Now, you can add 1 day to get tomorrow's date using Now plus 1 day. And subtract 1 week to get last week's date using Now minus 1 week. You can calculate the time difference between 2 dates by subtracting 1 date from another. For example, to calculate the number of days until December 31, 2024, subtract the current date and time from the event date and access the days attribute. Some TimeDelta features include creating time spans with various units, adding or subtracting from date and DateTime objects, calculating differences between dates. The parameters include days, seconds, microseconds, milliseconds, minutes, hours, and weeks. And some attributes include days, seconds, microseconds, and total seconds. Finally, let's explore how to work with time zones. A naive DateTime object has no time zone information, while an aware DateTime object has time zone information. For time zone operations, it's recommended to use the PyTZ library. You can create an aware DateTime object with a specified time zone using DateTime.NowPyTZ.utc. To convert a DateTime object to a different time zone, you can use the estimazone method. For example, to convert a UTC time to New York time, create a time zone object for America, New York, using pytz.timezoneamerica/New York, and then use utcnow.estimazone New York time zone. To create a local time object with time zone information, you can use the estimazone method without specifying a time zone to get the local time zone. Some things to remember in time zone handling is that a naive datetime has no time zone info. An aware datetime has time zone info. The pytz library is recommended for time zone operations. Zone info is built in since Python 3.9. UTC stands for Coordinated Universal Time, and DST stands for Daylight Saving Time Handling. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.